Sister to Prime Minister Raila Odinga is facing charges of fraudulently acquiring property worth millions of shillings from the Kenya Railways Staff Retirement Benefit Scheme. Beryl Lillian Okumu, who is the chairperson of the scheme, however failed to appear in court today to answer to the charges of acquiring property worth 1.5 million shillings, which the prosecution says was drawn from the fund between March of 2009 and January of 2011.
She has always responded to their calls whenever they wanted that. She is no longer also working with them, and she's a very responsible Kenyan citizen.
Suspended CEO Matthews Kipchumba Tuikong, Ephantus Mureithi Githui, the finance manager, and the AG chief executive Caroline Kirote Nyororo, however, appeared in court to answer to charges of aiding Okumu to illegally acquire a further 2.7 million shillings from the scheme. They, however, denied the charges and were released on a 1 million shilling bond with a surety of a similar amount or an alternative cash bail of 400,000 shillings.
Any harassment? Missing a pesa. More than a year. I have no employment.
Have you had enough? The three are accused of allegedly approving the payment of 2.1 million shillings for the personal expenses incurred by the chairperson in utter contravention of the law relating to the management of scheme funds. The officials charged today also face a separate count of approving 598,875,000 shillings from the scheme. This was to settle the personal expenses of the Prime Minister's sister between October of 2010 and January of 2011. Beryl Okumu has been chairperson of Kenya Railways Staff Retirement Benefit Scheme since 2008. The Railways Retirement Scheme owns prime property across Kenya and in Nairobi worth an estimated 19 billion shillings. The scheme was established in 2006 after the concessioning of the Rift Valley Railways as a pension scheme for former Kenya Railways employees. In October of 2010, the chief executive Tuikong was sent on leave and was replaced in an acting capacity by Nyororo, the then pension scheme estate manager. The scheme was also sued over the irregular sale of property owned by retired Kenya Railways staff in October of 2010. 3 pensioners sued the Board of Trustees for mismanaging the scheme, failing to prepare and file annual financial statements, failing to pay monthly dues to the pensioners, and failing to convene an annual general meeting. Okumu is now required to present herself on January 24th for the next hearing. For COURT.flv, I'm Kobe Kihara.